what the heck is it? I don't know if I like this. Oh my gosh! Oh, that is a major mistake. Hello everybody, hope you're well wherever you are in the world. Today we're doing another kitchen gadget testing playlist, part of an epic playlist here on the channel where I review kitchen gadgets. Been doing it for plenty years. As always, before commenting down below, please consider that some of these kitchen gadgets or tools can help people that struggle with certain tasks in the kitchen. However, today I don't think that's the case. Some of them are quite quirky and novelty. Yeah. Let's start off with something a little bit quirky. This has got no English on the box whatsoever. It's something I ordered from Amazon, and it's actually described on there as a melon seed opener. It's even got a nice little smiley face. But this, with this very small USB cable, is advertised as a melon seed opener. You put the seeds in there and it should actually open them. Intelligent algorithm to prevent accidental injury to your hand. What? That's bizarre. Advertised as a melon seed opener, right? But it actually talks about sunflower seeds in it, how obviously they're quite toxic. You shouldn't really eat the shells of sunflower seeds. But this is actually the sunflower seed out of its shell. I don't know if you can see that too well, but normally they're larger and black. This is what you want to get, and you discard the shell. However, I couldn't buy them in their shells. I could only buy them de-shelled. So something similar is pumpkin seeds. So by the end, if we're going to get some charge into this, and I might even nip out and see if I can find some actual shelled sunflower seeds, depending on how time goes, we're going to charge this up, and we might be able to get the shell off of these, although I think these are sometimes solid. I'll worry about that later. Let's charge this. I'm so tempted to put a face on it though, but we'll come back to this at the end. Right, next up by a company called Leku. This is a breadstick maker. Can you see like the individual grooves, the slots? Why is that so nice? Ooh. So I thought I'd just do the sweet dough and then maybe put some cocoa powder in one of them to kind of have a different look. All right, so it's saying to add in 40 ml of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of natural yogurt. Oh, look at that. 1 large egg. Woo. And in this bowl is some flour, sugar, and baking powder that I all weighed out together. Oh, that's a bit annoying. It says I've got to just fill that batter into the fill line. There should be a marker in there, but all it's telling me is about the benefits of bread. There is a line about halfway up. I'm going to try and pour it to that. And it stinks of yogurt. It's very hard to get it to that fill line because it kind of just goes in where it wants. Maybe if I just scrape it into there. I don't know if I like this. This is really hard. Like, that is completely full. Now, like I said, I couldn't see a clear marker on there. It doesn't tell me like what the marker is. In fact, the only way I can get it to be in the marker height is to individually spoon it in really, really carefully like this. See how much lower that is compared to the other ones? I think just a picture on here showing where the markers exactly are would not go amiss. All right, so I've just shoved some cocoa powder in, so maybe this will give us chocolate breadsticks. I was really excited by this one, but I don't know. It's a bit annoying. And to be fair to this company, normally like with a bread maker, they do have some quite clear photos on it to say, yeah, this is what you do. Whereas this one, they're like, yeah, you know what? You want a breadstick? You do it your own way. Good luck to you. 10 minutes. My only thinking is it really breadsticks? Because it's kind of like more of a cake recipe, right? It's got eggs, baked. I think that's going to rise. We will find out. Next up is this thing. I have seen this there's a few kitchen gadget shops that I go in from time to time. I've seen this so often, and finally, like, my curiosity got the better of me. I picked it up, I thought, what the heck is it? It's a heat diffuser, which I've never really felt the need to have before. Basically, it's telling me that it helps prevent, is that a sticky label? It says helps, and it's got prevent food. It says a sticky, oh, what does that say under it? Oh! It says prevent foot. Can you see that? Oh, they thought, do you know what? It's cheaper if we actually just get a sticker and put prevent food on every... Oh, that is a major mistake. Helps prevent foot from sticking, burning, or boiling over. So this is what Leku could learn on that. Place the diffuser on a ring on the gas hob. Don't do it on induction, apparently. Okay. Use a pan similar size on top. Turn off the heat before the end of cooking time. The trucker hot air completes the cooking. What? It's basically a metal disc, and I have no idea. I have no idea how I'm going to test this. Wow. The heat diffuser is a device for cooking and keeping food warm. It has the excellent features of being able to evenly spread heat. Consists of electrolytically galvanized steel sheets, EGI. Okay, so you do take it off the heat after about 10 minutes before cooking has finished, as the residual heat, in brackets the hot air cushion, is sufficient to finish the job, thereby saving energy. It's also ideal as a food warmer. Oh, that's pretty cool. So you could like literally, say you've just made like a bolognese sauce or something on a saucepan, you could just leave that on there, turn your heat off and keep it sat there. I was originally gonna do like a water boiling race. I was gonna get 2 pans of cold water and heat them separately and see if this actually accelerates it. But I don't think that's really its purpose. It seems like it keeps the water warm. I'm gonna have a think a minute.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Right, we're gonna do 2 things, and I don't know if they're that exciting. We're just gonna get a pan of water. That is going on quite close to the top, okay? Just the bottom handle. I'm gonna do exactly the same in a minute. Let's see if the heat diffuser spreads the heat more and brings the water to a boil quicker. That's the point of this test. Because that could work, you know. But the breadsticks, see that? There is a golden colour on there, and I've done like 17 minutes in there, 7 minutes over the recommended time. But it does smell like cake. I got a little bit creative and thought I'd sprinkle some poppy seeds on one of them just as it baked into it. They feel really spongy though. I think I'm gonna take a couple out and then keep baking it. I wanna really firm it up and like crisp it like a breadstick should be. I want crunch. And that might be burning it, yes. Ah, that'll do, that'll do. These will go back in the, what are you doing? These will go back in. I'll let these cool as they are. But that is cake. Honestly, I can tell already that is so flexible. 100. 14 minutes and 34 seconds. Now, without going into it too much, it is actually, there's a little bit of water here and there. It is boiling over. So we're gonna turn that off. Okay. I'm gonna make myself a coffee with some of that boiled water. We're then gonna wash that pan out and get it right back down to room temperature like it was before and see if the heat diffuser is quicker. I can't think of much else. Every one of these gadget hauls, I sign them and give them away to a random patron as a raffle. I don't know if you know, we've just started a Patreon Discord as well if you fancy checking it out. In fact, I've just put in there, any ideas how you would test a heat diffuser? All right, so the time to beat, 14 minutes, 34. But effectively, it's just sat on a mega hot plate. A cushion of hot air. Oh, Ben on Discord has said that you can actually do a pancake, see if it heats evenly. That's not a bad idea, actually. It's making some crazy fizzing noises right now. Why not either that or it's my breadsticks burning? These are the breadsticks, and these are firmer now, but I've got a couple more from the ones that I overfilled, because they're the ones that are spongy. These are ones that are filled halfway up, and they're actually pretty firm, so I'm going to see if we can crisp those too. They're just fatter. It's at 13.5 minutes and it is looking way off. On the Patreon Discord, someone also suggested caramel, but also trying cheese. I might do that actually to see how well it spreads it. Yeah, see what I mean? It's sort of acting like a bit of a shield, preventing it from boiling over. Certainly that's what it says. So it's keeping it stable, but that's still sat at like 76 degrees.
11 minutes later.
Folks, we are about to hit 27 minutes, so almost double the time. And this isn't really the point of this thing. I just wanted to see the difference in the heat spread, so maybe we will do the cheese. But this is now out of the oven. These are the ones you can tell by the thickness are the ones that I overfilled, okay? Breadsticky. Crunch. Compare that to these ones. This is like ones that were done for 10 minutes. It's cake. We were joking about cake earlier. It tastes great. So halfway between that, the ones that were 10 minutes, the ones that we kept baking because they're really thick, the ones that we sort of half filled in the molds, chocolate. That is a breadstick. So my point is, where we half filled the molds up to potentially where the marker was that I couldn't see, they're just so fine you can't see them, actually created a snappier stick, but we had to almost double the baking time. So it's good if you like cake, but if you want cake sticks, you're gonna have to play around with it, but it's not bad. It might come in handy for Marmite. More on that in a moment. Folks, we are at 37 minutes and it's 98 degrees, 2 degrees off of boiling. And is it just me, or is that the most gentlest, nearly boiling water you've ever seen? You compare that to when the other water was at 98 degrees without that there, and it was bubbling, right? I'm gonna turn this off, otherwise we're gonna be here for hours. I think we can agree that that would definitely stop something bubbling over. I'm not gonna put my hand anywhere near that because it'll be like high five in the sun. In fact, I'm gonna let it cool down and then we will try the cheese thing. But now, Marmite. This is legitimately a Marmite tub that the kids were gonna throw out. And I was like, no, save it. I think it's like 3 days old, so you can see it's been worn a bit. And they wanted to throw this out, right? But I got this. This is a Marmite shovel, spoon, Marmite silicone lash drop scraper and spreader. And it's shaped, remember we did like there was a Nutella spoon, wasn't there, for a Nutella jar? Guide the Marmite around the curves of the jar to get every drop of the lovely stuff. And it's that bend on there which should hopefully pick up the edges and help us scrape out some Marmite so we can enjoy it. I mean, the other option was to literally, oh no, I've just, oh, yeah. But if I try and get it with a teaspoon, look, I'm getting this sort of amount out of it. Not too bad. I mean, that's probably enough that I could just about tolerate. So apparently, we shove this in and twist it round. Oh my gosh. I mean, you could probably do this with a silicone spatula, right? Ooh! And now I spread. Okay, I might be able to get one epic, there we go, look at that. That is at least a breakfast portion for someone with self-control on their breakfast in the mornings. The girls have this on toast, all three of them. I can't deny it, that is actually, can you see in there? That's actually quite clean now. That has pretty much scraped it dry. There's actually a little bit more. Like, this is actually this is really good. Oh, I think it works and we'll leave it at that. Let's test the cheese on that thing. All right, so cold pan, pre-grated cheese. That is the hob ring, okay? The pan is much bigger. So I'm timing it, but this is more about, is it gonna be mainly melted here first rather than all the way around? I don't know why I'm so excited about a heat diffuser, folks. I'm really, genuinely excited. I feel like I'm back at school doing science experiments. Part of me was thinking, oh, it's gonna be the middle, but it's actually this bit here that has caught already. There's bits here, even there, that aren't melted at all yet. That's really interesting. And for reference, that was 2 minutes 22. This would literally be the girl's dream like snack. Oh. All right, so this is cold, this goes on here. All right, 2 minutes 10, so 10 seconds off where the other one was. But look at the difference. That is slightly more bubbling there, but the whole thing is evenly melted. Oh my gosh. Oh, and I've just sat that back on down there. The heat's off and it's started to warm the cheese up again. That is cool, so you could see that difference. I don't know if I need one though, do you know what I mean? Let me know down below if you've got one of those or similar and how you use it. I genuinely need to know if I want one for myself. I think that demonstrated it though. It was like a smoother heat. It sort of filtered it. As we saw with the water, it took a little bit longer time for that heat to really get that impact. But then that's where it can stop the boiling over and the scorching, so yeah. This is the last one. This is the Everything But the Kitchen Sink Kitchen Multi-Tool Stainless Steel 12-in-1. It's kind of like the dream Swiss Army knife for me. I think there's various versions of these that you can get. Wow, that looks really high quality. Look at that. Look, I think that's what really stood out for me. It's like, look at this big grater on the side. And what is this? What is this cover? Oh, it's a spoon. So apparently there's 12 things in here. I'm equally as excited about this as the seed thing. We've got to go back to the seed thing, but this is good. I think this is for cheese, but we can... Oh, no, it moves. That's amazing. No, that's fine. I just like zested the handle. That's awesome. Look at this. It is good quality, I'll give it that. But I know there are many different versions of these available. There's probably levels to it though, you know. Okay, so we know that works. And now we can potentially take a slice off the end. Oh, that's a sharp knife. What is that? Oh, is that for garlic? I've got a friend of mine, we go camping every summer like Intense, and he's the sort of guy, he's got everything. I really wish that I rolled up with one of these. Do you need a cheese grater, mate? Do you need to crush some garlic? Don't worry, I've got you. This is kind of like a mini version of my garlic rocker, okay? But obviously that's a lot easier because you've got the curve. This one, oh my gosh, I wish I did, yeah. I wish I did the lemon afterwards. It might smell a bit nicer. That isn't great. That isn't great. Okay, what's this? Oh, a serrated knife. Oh, that is a good knife. Look at that. Okay, so this looks like, okay, it's a can opener and a bottle opener. Oh no. Well, we'll call that one a semi-pass. That wasn't great. Bottle opener should be all right though. Oh yeah. We got our spoon. A spoon's a spoon. Ooh, we've got a zester here. That's really good as well. Look at that. And is that? Oh yeah, that's an eyelet for doing potatoes. Is it gonna do it? Yes, it is. Look at that. All right. This is like, and there was other ones I found by different companies that had even more than this on there. Ooh, a peeler. Ooh, a peeler. Yeah, that is very appealing. What's this? Oh my gosh. That's a fork. Or is it more of a prong? That is going to be a heck of a lunch break, isn't it? So that's that side empty. And is that most of this? Oh, no, there's one more thing. This is like my stereotypical like wine bottle for videos at the moment because Mrs. B like loves rosé. Hey! If you go on some trips like outdoors, that could be really useful. It's a bit too heavy to carry around in your pocket, but I'm amazed by that. Right. Let me talk to you about seeds. Hello, yes. Do you sell sunflower seeds in their shell, please? Oh, I was saying at the start of the video, the sunflower seeds, the black shells, that's what that should do. Discard it and you'll be left with the nice seed inside. Now, unfortunately, these pumpkin seeds, if I just try and break it there, they are welded to the shell, so it's not going to demonstrate it. So we need to go on a seed hunt road trip. Yeah, so let's go see if we can buy some seeded sunflower seeds. All right, I've just come to the Steep supermarket where I normally do the cheap versus steep shop. They normally have everything. No, they've only got them like that. Damn it. No, the only thing I bought was a watermelon. I think this could turn into one of those things where I can't actually get hold of it. We'll keep trying. I absolutely stink of garlic. Excuse me, do you sell sunflower seeds in their shells? No. Okay. They're hard to get hold of? Ah, right, okay. Excuse me, are these sunflower seeds? Yeah, oh great, I've been looking everywhere for them. Can't quite believe this. Just went into a pet shop randomly. I was like, I wonder if the pet shop has it. And they do. Massive bag for £2. This better work now or I'm going to be left with a lot of seeds. I mean, I'll work my way through them, but they're not exactly going to be flavoured, are they? I do like them roasted normally, but I ordered some on Amazon whilst I was like just walking down the high street then to come home thinking, well, we'll finish this video in 2 days, but no. Let's go back and see if all of this was worth it. Seriously though, everyone else was just like, yeah, you can't get them in the shells. You just don't sell them like that anymore. And I'm like, well, I wonder if I was a bird. We got them. I really hope this machine works now. It's got to, hasn't it? So for clarity, look, this is what they should look like once they're shelled. Shall I start it on the smaller hole? Don't do this. It's not actually... It's not doing anything. It's not doing... I'm putting it through every hole. No! What the... No way! Come on now, let's just put a few in. It's a glorified sunflower seed water slide. What the... My whole day has been based around this thing. What a nightmare. What if I put them in like this? As I say, I feel like putting the whole blooming bag through it. I'm gonna stack it like this. See, that's in there like that. Here we go. Brilliant. Thanks very much. Wow. I'm actually quite relieved that I found this out and not waited 2 days for the delivery, and then to just wait and then be like, nah. I'm still going to give this away though. But it's basically, are there any reviews? There's no reviews. Well, what a way to end the video. We went on a little bit of a road trip, but this wasn't my favourite gadget today. Can you guess which one it was? Yeah, despite the heat diffuser being pretty cool, I liked the bread maker thing. The Marmite thing was useful-ish, but I do think this thing, I remember, wow, that looked really cool. It can detach, but I can't be bothered. They say there are many different ones like this available. I might review a few different ones, perhaps. This felt weighty and good. That was my favourite one, so good luck to lucky patron that gets that. Don't forget to subscribe if you wish to for regular food fun each week, and check out the rest of the kitchen gadget testing playlist. Suggest any gadgets that you've not seen on the playlist. I've probably got it in the box though to review. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ciao for now, and pumpkin seeds are for birds, not for random items on Amazon. Just gone down this really weird rabbit hole of various different faces, animals, colours and shapes of these seed peelers, but they've all, I can't find it, none of them have got any reviews. I'm gonna possibly do another review of that. Effectively, it's just a toy.